Mamon.
How you doing?
I know people are mad at the way that you pour that beer.
And that's why it's not gonna be shown.
Cheers.
Chipper. Besides, I didn't do it to like make it look cool. I did it like
for the sound effect. Yeah, I noticed. That's why I was trying to be as quiet as possible.
See, you got me. Oh,
welcome to episode 7. Episode 7 of Cheers.
Cheers. How you doing today, though?
We doing good.
I'm tired as fuck.
We doing good.
It's been a long day.
It's been a very long day.
And a sip of beer.
But it is our Sunday.
For
it felt more like a Saturday because I feel like Saturdays are like when people are supposed to get their stuff done. You know what I'm saying? Like Sundays. Yeah, Sundays are days for peace and not doing anything.
Shit. Tell that to the restaurant industry. Speaking of, how do you spend Mother's Day on your end?
It was cray-cray, as always. I think Mother's Day and Easter is like the worst days in the world.
Really? I mean, we're closed for Easter, so.
We are not closed for Easter. I have been working every Easter for like the last 5 years. Like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, but it was good. I made some good.
Shit, I'm jealous.
Some shebang.
Because, I mean, we thought we were going to be busy, but we weren't, so. But were you busy like the white people's Mother's Day or the Mexican ones? Because it's different. I
don't think I work. I only work lunch on Wednesday morning. But yeah, this is like white people, America Mother's Day. Yeah, not even white people. A lot of Hispanics celebrate Mother's Day today too.
First Mexican American generation and shit like that.
Well, not necessarily Mexican, but yes, like
first.
Wait, is it a Mexican holiday?
It's Mexican American. It's like saying African American.
No. But I'm saying like, is it a Mexican holiday? Like
Sunday?
only? No. The 10th.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's like Mexican versus Hispanics, for sure.
Is it like all Hispanics?
I don't
like
know.
Guatemalans do this?
Maybe. They're Hispanic.
Maybe.
They're brown.
That's what I'm saying. So like, first generation Latino.
Yeah, first generation Latino. That was what I was looking for. Yeah. I like that. But yeah, we were, I didn't work that day, so I was glad for that. Because I wanted to spend it with Mom.
For the Wednesday or for the Sunday one?
Nah, for Wednesday. The real one for us.
Oh, yeah. But you were off on Wednesdays anyway.
Yeah,
so it just worked out for you.
It really did. But yeah, and I mean, I worked this weekend, and honestly, we thought we were going to be busy as fuck. We were kind of busy, but not a lot. You know, like it was like a normal Sunday for us.
Well, I feel like Mother's Days and holidays like that, people would like to splurge. Like, so they're going to the fancy restaurants.
True that.
Or the mid-fancy ones.
Yeah.
Because people want to like shop for their mom, you know.
That's what we did. We spent some serious cash on that shit.
We sure did. It low-key hurt.
Oh,
it low-key hurt. Yeah. But it is
it
what
was
it is.
Chaotic.
Chaotic?
Yeah, a couple days. Because it was that.
It's been a long-ass week.
Yeah, and then Cinco de Mayo was shit. That was the day.
That's right. I don't work that day, so. Well, I'm sure I work, but, you know, just like a regular schmegular.
I'm talking about after work. Here, home. Her.
I'm confusion.
Her. Pooper. Her.
Oh, that's right.
That was the day.
That was the day. Yeah, that's so sad.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
But.
Yeah.
Just a beautiful life. But.
Are you gonna put that on there?
Wait, which one?
What you just said?
Yeah, cheers to a beautiful life. I mean, I'll probably not. You want to talk about it?
About Siri? That's what I'm saying. Like, are you gonna leave that on there?
I mean, just this, but like.
Because the audience won't know like really what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if they get curious, then maybe we can talk about it, and actually we can make a video just about them, because like we have a couple, you know.
We do have a couple
There's
stories.
Like a whole
you know,
history.
You are right on that. Okay, so anyway,
Yeah.
she's just gonna keep that little one. Okay, any whooms.
I mean, we have a whole.
We have a whole episode.
List.
We can do the National Dog Day.
Yes.
How
That's the
excited
face
you
of
got.
the company. That's the face of the company.
Okay, period.
Hell yeah.
So what is going on?
Go
in
ahead.
The life.
Go ahead with your order. You start the shit.
The only thing that I know, and only because I was watching the news for once, because we've been talking a lot about the news, I just know that in England, there's news of the new queen. You know?
The king.
The new... Yeah, I mean, there's a new queen, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Camilla. He's married. You
I
know.
don't know who the bitch is. Is it like the wife of
Yeah, of King
Charles?
Charles. You don't know anything about like Camilla and like Princess Diana?
Is that the wife of Wait, hold up. Because the one that got crowned was the old man, right?
Yeah.
I don't know who his wife is.
It was Princess Diana. You don't know who Princess Diana is?
No. I mean, you're talking about the one that died in the 60s?
The car crash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the husband of her.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I mean, like, I don't relate him because, like, she looks so young and beautiful, and, like, he just looks old and, like, beat
Yeah,
up
but
by
he didn't
life.
look like that.
I know, but, like, what I'm saying is, like, if you look at who just got married right now, you don't relate that person to this young woman from the 60s, 70s, you know?
But that was the whole reason why they killed her.
Yeah, I know. But, like, I just didn't really... Okay, so that's the wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
she became an icon. He's a
Yeah.
nobody.
I mean, he's a king.
Yeah, but, like, he's not like Queen Elizabeth. He's not like... what's the nephew, the one that is next in line? There was, like, a whole...
Prince
whole-
Harry?
Yeah, Prince Harry. Like, he's probably more famous. You know
Eh,
who's
but
more famous?
I don't
The
think it's
ginger
about
dude.
being famous.
No, but at least well known.
I
like
think
if you're gonna,
still a king, like you're a king. You know, I feel like you're downplaying a king. You know what I'm saying? It's
I
like
mean, I'm not downplaying him, but it definitely doesn't have as much political or just social recognition as it once did. Because you could
yeah.
like you can say king, but you can say a president, and a president will have more title right now. You know.
When I think of kings, I think of like Game of Thrones style kings.
Yeah, exactly.
Like those were kings.
Yeah, because they would take decisions and they go to
Yeah.
war and all that stuff.
But now they don't.
I don't know.
But anyways, so Camilla got crowned, right? But she was the mistress. Isn't that crazy?
But
The mistress got crowned.
did they get married at some point?
Yeah, they got married. Like they're married now. I mean,
So
Diana
she became the mean
died.
bitch.
Yeah, she went from side piece to wife to queen. Ain't that crazy?
So
Can you imagine?
some hoes get the happy ending.
I don't know if it was homie. It reminds me of like the Monica Lewinsky scandal. But I don't think they ever got married. No, obviously not. He's still with Hillary. Duh.
He just splashed one in her.
What does that even mean?
He fuck her.
I've never heard that.
I mean, shit.
I've never heard that shit in my life.
Yeah, you know.
That's an expression?
If it's not, I just made it. The fuck? Coin that shit to me.
Anyway, so yeah, that's what I was watching on the news. But I mean, I'm just shook that you don't really know about like
I mean, no,
the royals, because I was about to go on like a whole ass conversation.
No,
like,
no, I
with
mean,
the tea.
I know.
The real tea.
I mean, I know who the royals were. Like, I know who Queen Elizabeth was. I know who Prince Diana was. But like this guy, for some reason, is not in the radar. Like that guy.
I mean, I get that he's not on your radar because like I see what you're saying. Like he's not like as talked about.
Yeah, I feel
But
like he
when I
hasn't
think
done
of
much.
King Charles, I think of Princess Diana, and that's like
That
iconic.
is crazy.
In
Like I think of Prince Diana as being this whole entity on her own. You know, like Marilyn
So what do you think of Princess Diana whenever you think about her?
as like royalty, like outcast, like a badass bitch, like a boss. Like, cause she was an outcast. She wasn't like part of the royal family.
Right.
But then she married this guy, and then she became part of the family. But she was like, I'm not doing this crazy shit that you guys doing because like I'm a free spirit, you know.
Yeah.
And actually, that's what the whole controversy of her like came out as.
Right.
Because of like her outspoken way. And I think like a cool, if I remember this correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, a cool historic fact was that I think it was AIDS, the campaign that was running back in the day, and they would say like, oh, like AIDS are very transmissible and like all this shit, and she was like, okay, no, like the study says that you gotta have sex to get AIDS, you know, so it's not just by touching people.
Right.
So she went to one of those clinics and she started shaking people's
Oh,
hands.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And that like kind of broke up the stereotype of like people with AIDS.
Yes.
So she became this icon, and she outspoken or like spokesperson
Yeah.
for like different causes. And I just don't hear shit about Charles.
Yeah, he doesn't really do anything.
He doesn't. That's what I'm saying.
Does he do anything?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
is he into philanthropy? Philanthropy?
I mean, every rich person does it, probably.
Charity? How do you say that? Philanthropy? I don't know how to say that.
Philanthropy.
Philanthropy?
You should know how to say it more than I do.
I don't know how. Okay,
I
I don't know every single word.
Me neither. But I think it's philanthropy. That's a white people word.
Okay, well.
But he doesn't.
Yeah,
do
now that
anything.
I think about it, yeah, Charles don't do nothing.
That's what I'm saying. Like
think
that's
you
what
never
did
hear about
it. Like, you know my point.
I see where you're coming from completely.
Because
I mean, I'm sure
now,
he does something, but like,
yeah, but like now I know his name because he just got crowned as king of. I don't know if it's the family or the country. Because I mean, England doesn't have like a. He has a king, but not a king in the sense that he governs over people. So I don't know.
No, the parliament still makes the decisions.
Exactly. Right? So I don't know what's his role now as a king, except maybe like a political or diplomat to the country.
Well, what was Queen Elizabeth's job?
That was that. But what I'm saying is like she's more iconic because I mean she's serving World War II.
She actually served, like she fought, like in
not
the old days.
Fought, but she was in the sidelines like as a nurse, if I remember correctly. Because I mean she was a woman back in the 40s, so it's not like you can send a woman into war. So she was on the sidelines, like taking care of like the wounded people or wounded soldiers. Cool. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, not cool
and there's
as far as like war, but
it's badass. I mean, it's cool now, but it was badass back in the day. And I mean, she was royalty.
I do know that she also did charity shit. You know what? Sometimes you can't win them all. Okay.
No, but I love it because I've done the same shit. The worst is when you don't know the word in English and you're trying to say it in Spanish and make it sound like it's
embarrassing. It is so embarrassing.
Why
sometimes.
the fuck? You speak two languages.
No. I'm not saying like it's not embarrassing. Like I'm ashamed of it. It's just like sometimes like some weird shit will be coming out. You're like, what? Like I know you didn't understand what I just said because I didn't understand what I just said.
But it makes it for fun times.
Yes. So, anyways, I knew she did like charities. She's bothering me. Yeah. I knew that she did charity stuff, but not because I'm like really shook because I'm like my man don't do nothing.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm pretty sure he does something because he's the head of the family.
Yeah, like, he has to. Like he can't be a bum.
Yeah.
But what if he was a bum and all these women are doing all this badass shit?
I mean, but if
like, what does Prince William do? Actually, I have no fucking idea.
But see, this is the thing. Like every single person that gets into power cannot always have a place in history. So
I see what you're saying.
So for example, like honestly, I think like Joe Biden is gonna be known just as a placeholder. Like he's not gonna go down in history as like this great president that changed America and blah blah blah. You know, like out of the last 4 presidents that have in memory, like Obama, Bush, Clinton, and Trump, Joe Biden is the most forgettable one. So that's what I'm saying.
You think so?
Fuck yes, but a mile.
I think it will be.
Not at all.
Who was before Obama? Bush.
Before Obama, Bush. There's no fucking way. Because
he did the Twin Towers thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
allegedly. FBI don't come after us.
Oh, I meant like he addressed the nation.
Yeah.
He
said we're gonna invade people.
I mean, he addressed the nation. Okay.
That's a spicy comment. That's more controversial than coming a man, a woman, and a woman, a man.
Anyways, I mean,
he will definitely be remembered.
But he was a president during COVID.
Who?
Biden.
I mean, half of it, because it started with Trump. That's why he lost the election.
I just feel like he will be remembered because of COVID.
I don't think he will be remembered at all. It will be like the COVID people, like, you know, like in 20 years, these kids that were born in like the 2020s will be like known as the COVID kids.
COVID babies, yeah.
COVID babies, yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like he will be remembered because he wasn't even that bad of a pandemic.
Like for the world?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, because what, less than 1% died?
Yeah, but like the economic impact that it had on people, like the like, you know, like the impact that it had all over the world. Like I don't think it was like a slap on the wrist.
But you just said it, impact on the world.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about like presidents for the U.S.
Yeah.
Like he's just gonna be like, oh, who was the president when COVID happened?
He gave us money.
Not a lot. And then he took it the next year on taxes.
Yeah, facts.
Fuck that shit. I had to pay. I never paid that much on taxes in my life. Fuck that shit.
Okay, so what you got going on?
Okay. But no, wait, because I'm curious now. So like about like King Charles, like what was your take on it, or like why you bring it up? Because I mean, I know he got crowned.
Because
that was the first time I found out. Like I knew he was like the next in line, all that shit. But he just looked like an old man to me that he's not gonna do much.
Yeah, I mean, he's old as fuck. But I was saying it because of Camilla. Because I thought it was very, like, interesting how she got crowned. You know, she was a mistress. Like, when you think about it and, like, you know, like, scandals of, like, royals. Like, I feel like that scandal will go down in history. Like, you know how, like, what was the king that had, like, a bunch of wives and then he killed them all?
No idea. Who?
Wasn't there, like, a king that killed all his wives or some shit like that? Or kings that had, like, hella wives, right?
I mean, like, I don't know.
Okay, well, I know
there were
that.
emperors that had like multiple wives, but like all the bitches knew. Like, so it wasn't like it was just one, but it
But
depended
how
on
do
the
they know?
society.
How the hell are they gonna know?
Because they all
They
like
only
share the
got-
same room, and you're like, I'm fucking
Oh.
you tonight.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So like they had multiple wives and shit like that. So like things like that always like seem to get brought up whenever you're talking about history. Like, oh, King Julius had 18 wives in his kingdom. You know, like shit like that. Like it is gonna be taught about in school. So I feel like it's so crazy how like the whole Diana Camille controversy, like back when it happened, it's like now that Mistress is now queen and Diana's dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Diana was supposed to be queen.
Yeah, but I mean, she wasn't gonna make it.
I don't think. I mean, whether or not she was gonna make it or not, I just think it's crazy how the two sons of Diana and King Charles, like, saw the mistress
Getting crowned.
get crowned, and their mom is dead. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, it's
like
a little
when you think about it, you're like, nah, it's fucked up a little bit.
I mean, it's a little fucked up, but like, I give you this example because this is like on a bigger audience, you know, because like they're the prince, they're the king, they're this whole
Right.
royal family and bullshit. But at the end of the day, he ended up marrying her, right?
Yeah.
Like the legal way.
Yeah, they got married.
So I mean, to me, it's like the same as saying, okay, like your parents had you, and then they got divorced, and then each one found a different partner.
But he cheated.
I mean, yeah, but if you cheat or if you get divorced, it's not the same, but it's similar in the fact that, I mean, that part of your life ended, and you're beginning this new part with like this other person. I don't know if like.
I mean, I feel you. I see where you're coming from, but at the same time, it's just like, who's a mistress? You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
it's
Like,
just-
can you
it's just
imagine
the
going
fact-
through like the public humiliation?
I mean, honestly, I didn't know he had a mistress until now, because I knew the whole like that's like I said, like I knew the history of Prince Diana and Diana.
But I feel like if you knew the history of Princess Diana, like you would know about this shit.
I mean, I just know that like what it's common knowledge about Prince Diana, you know.
So you're not really deep in the tea.
Not really.
The tea be good. It's juicy. It is juicy as hell. Like it is crazy, in my opinion. I mean, but like you know what? It like kind of reminds me of like humans will be humans. You know, like everybody's low key the same.
Absolutely. I mean, to me, it's just
Everybody
like,
cheats.
I just feel like it's the fact that they were such a well-known family, the thing that brought the most attention.
I mean, yeah, they're the public face of England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm like. I feel like that's why maybe people make a big deal out of it. But besides that, I don't think it's really that big of a deal. Because I mean, if
Yeah,
he
it
hadn't
was more
married-
like
yeah,
drama.
if he hadn't married her like the
Yeah.
right way, then it would be like more shocking.
Yeah, but that would never happen. That like in a royal
Exactly.
family.
But
like,
if it would
'cause
have
they have to be
happened,
married.
But if it would have happened, then that would have made like, oh my god.
You would
Yeah.
have like a Princess Diaries moment.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm thinking. Like it's that because I mean, if she did something good with that power, then good for her. Like I know, like
I don't know what she does either.
there we go. Because I mean, she did like Prince Diana did a lot of good shit in my opinion. Like
It was just more publicized. I feel like.
it was publicized and she was more human, I guess, in a way, because when you get to a certain status, you have to act certain ways and behave certain ways and all that shit. And because of where she came from, she was more chill. She was like, nah, you know what, like, you guys, like, the upper class, like, you crazy with this shit. So
Yeah.
I might be in your circle, but I'm not part of your circle.
Yeah.
So that's why she became so public about it. Because she was chill as fuck.
But like also there's this whole thing that people like certain people obviously in certain like you know social status, they will raise their kids, mainly the daughters, to like meet a prince and meet, get in that type of bloodline type thing. And like, cause like it's like, I don't know if it's like known, but it's just tea maybe. It's just a continuing tea that Kate Middleton was raised like that, like to meet like some sort of royalty and shit like that, or just somebody in like a very high class status.
That's the wife of the oldest son.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The one that have like, I don't know, like three, 4 kids.
She knew what she was doing.
They're next in line.
After
so
his
when
dad.
King Charles dies, they become king and queen.
Yeah, but also his younger brother, the one that married that American chick that is like
Meghan Markle.
half black, huh?
Meghan Markle.
Okay, yeah. Cause she's like half black, right?
Yeah.
She doesn't look like full black, but she looks like half.
She's mixed. Yeah.
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 She's,
she's mixed. That's fine.
You just look offended for a second.
Anyways, I was not offended.
But after he did that, they kind of like pushed them away, right?
He renounced his title.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I'm out, and like apparently now his the brothers don't speak, so it's like tension.
But didn't they were together for the funeral?
They were together for the funeral and they were together for the crowning, but allegedly they didn't speak to each other. So there's beef. There's definitely beef.
There's some salty motherfuckers.
But like, I mean, can you imagine
brothers
like
will be brothers.
Yeah. But can you imagine like renouncing titles? Like as royalty, like you have I don't know if like everything, you know what I'm saying? But like crazy shit.
I mean, you do have everything at some point, but at the same time, I feel like a big factor in why he did what he did was the fact that he met this middle class woman. Because I mean, at the end of the day, like she might have been like a little rich, but she wasn't royalty by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
So about finding this other lifestyle, he was like, you know what? Like my lifestyle is not as good as I thought it was. So if they're not gonna let me be who I want to be, I'd rather just give all this away and be happy.
Yeah.
So that's
just
why.
More.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why he just quit his royal rights.
I mean, I don't think that's definitely like the exact reason. But now I like that you said that because I didn't think about it like that. But like I said, less is more. So he did like the lifestyle that she had, but like also like he felt like what happened to his mom and like the social pressure and all like all that mental shit that comes with it and the paparazzi and things like that. He felt like the same thing was happening to his wife.
Makes sense.
He was like, nah.
They're gonna kill my girl.
I already saw how this goes. Yeah, because it was like a huge deal that she was half black. Like, because like somebody in the royal family, I mean,
they were being racist towards her.
yeah, they were like mad racist, like on the publicity and shit like that, and they were just like, girl, what the fuck?
What do they call the not pure blood people in Harry Potter?
Mudbloods.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were treating her like that though.
Yeah.
But like it was just so familiar to Harry, so like, but like that's where he even said, because he had a documentary on Netflix. It's actually really fucking good.
Yeah, they told me about it.
Yeah, it's really good to watch it.
It's kind of old now, like it's been a couple of years, but I want to watch it.
I think it came out in like 2021 at the most. Actually, when did they? I don't remember when they left. They left during COVID times. Yeah. So like the documentary must be like 21, 22. Anyways, he even said that that's why he doesn't speak to his brother anymore, because his brother was like
salty about it.
He was like, "How dare you leave the family duties?" All that stuff. And he was like, "Bro, like, look what they're doing to my wife. Like, I don't want her to end up dead like our mom." And the brother was like, "Nah, like square up." So he said bye, cause like. Like in the documentary too, it goes around with like British people saying, like, yeah, like having somebody that's not white, it was like crazy to them. It's like, alright, but like we're gonna have a little bit more representation and things like that, which would have been cool. But I get it. Like I would probably want to leave that environment too, cause like if you think about it from her perspective, why they also decided to leave the royal family, Like, you're going from, like, this middle or higher class, whatever it is. That's not royalty. And it's like, I think about it like really like the Princess Diaries. It's just like so bombarded by everything like all at once, and it's like you're either built for it or you're not, right?
Yeah.
But even if you're not built for it, or now you're getting like bullied and attacked and harassed by like all the shit, she's like, all right, man, like I was way off before, even though now I have like all this shit, right? So I feel like that, and like Harry being like, all right, one, this seems too familiar, and then two, I like also liked her life better. All right, bet, let's go. And they still have like millions because he's fucking royal. You know, they're never gonna go broke. So they're good.
And she's
for
an
life.
actress, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, she's an actress, but she's also does a lot of charity shit.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's actually how they met, I think.
I have no idea.
No,
I thought
they either met in college. No, that's Kate and William. They met in college.
she knew what she was going for.
Meghan and Harry, I think, I don't quite remember. It says on a documentary though. It does.
Watch it.
I think they met doing charity stuff.
Put a little comment on the trailer section. Be like, "Just send me here."
Yeah, if you've seen it, like, it's a good, like, I think it's really good. I liked it. I thought it was dope.
Find the trailer on YouTube, and then on the comment section put,
It's on
"Cheers,
Netflix.
cheers, send me."
Oh yeah,
Have
that'd
you
be
ever seen
cool.
that?
I have seen that. The power of the internet.
It really is. It's crazy. The internet can be used for good.
I can.
But
So yeah,
that's
that
good.
was my.
Your tea.
But you know what though? You know how they say "Long live the
The
king"
king?
whenever they crown
That
him.
motherfucker's not gonna live long. He's gonna.
Wouldn't it be better to just skip him?
I mean, it would, but at the same time,
Tradition.
Like, yeah, it's more than what do you call that? Heritage? No. Like when there's
Hierarchy?
people hierarchy, yeah. When there's people in line, so he
Yeah,
was
oh,
next
just-
in line.
Yeah, but
He's old though.
he's old. Like,
But I mean, by
Miss
that,
Queen died. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, he's next. Like, you just, unless, you know, the older brother dies first. See, that would be some twisted shit. Because then, is Harry gonna come back, or does he skip his turn? Okay,
I mean-
that's like a real like Game of Thrones situation. Like first you're gonna skip it, and then somebody else gonna take over. Can you imagine another family taking over? That's some Game of Thrones.
they
shit.
wouldn't allow it. They wouldn't allow it.
But like, it wouldn't be like pure bloodline anymore, because it's going from son to son to son to son, and that they're only the two sons. Do they have sisters? I don't think they have sisters. No, they don't have sisters. But it will go to like a cousin or something.
Yeah. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy as fuck. The world will burn.
That reminds me of like a Princess Diaries, like the second one. Like the second one, when he's like, all right, well, I'm not gonna get married today. And they're like, okay, bye, then you're gone. We're next in line. And it was like some other, like, not even part of the family. So.
That is crazy. But I don't know. It's just like crazy shit for that. But we'll see.
We shall see.
Because I think that if he dies by that logic, then his kids will be next. Either skipping the younger brother, but because he quit to his rights.
Wait, question then. If William were to
Cash out early.
would his kids be next in line?
Yeah,
But
'cause then-
technically, no.
why not?
Because technically,
It will be the
if
younger brother.
If Harry, passes out, and it would technically be his
His
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because he quit to his royal duties, then wouldn't that like exempt him from being next and just automatically go to his kids?
So it will skip a generation.
No.
Technically, yeah.
No, why?
Because then it will go to the kids, and they're like, they're skipping a whole generation, like the dad generation.
No, because I mean that is the generation. He just died early, but the
But
next
he
one
never
will
gets to be
follow.
king.
He did. Oh well, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like if he cashes out early.
Yeah, but I don't think Prince Charles. No, what was his name? William is
Yeah.
gonna cash out before Charles. So.
We'll see. We'll see.
No, Charles looks like dead. Like you saw his.
Okay, but maybe
pictures.
somebody will kill him.
Nah, he's just. It will be too much of a hassle.
If they could
somebody
kill a
that old.
president.
No, but I'm saying like they killed a president when he was young and strong and like he had some real power that could threaten someone else's power. Like he's just too old to make any decision. He's like Biden. That's what I'm saying. He's just a placeholder.
Oh, I thought you were talking about William.
No, no, no. I'm talking about Charles.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. I
Like,
was saying, yeah, if somebody kills William.
yeah. Oh, I mean, I don't think they're gonna expose him like that. Like, that
I
motherfucker's
mean,
protected.
yeah, but they be doing like the balcony stuff all the time. Like you act like it's not easy to do like a rifle thing.
But don't you think that with that much power and influence, like the one that William has, it's not like, okay, we're gonna make sure that nobody around the area
I
can
think
pull up a
so.
sniper.
I definitely think so
That's what I'm
that they
saying.
have that type of security.
Security.
But at the end of the day, something always slips through the cracks.
I feel like if anything,
You can only do so much. You
no,
know?
I feel like if anything, that kind of people with that much power and that much like social phase will get poisoned. That's the easiest way.
Ooh. See, but that's a little bit harder.
No, it's not. It's easier.
How are you gonna get poisoned when that person
You
is
bribe-
protected?
You bribe the person that makes the food
How are you gonna get to the person who has food?
through connections.
I feel like it would be harder to poison
No.
somebody. I
Okay.
definitely think it would be
Okay,
harder.
if you put a motherfucker here and he's like, okay, shoot him, you're gonna know the bullet came from here, so you're gonna
Yeah,
look,
yeah,
search
yeah.
this building and you're gonna look at the cameras around it from like the past month before the shooting happened.
Mm-hmm.
But if you poison somebody, you're gonna be okay. Like, either you poison him or I got your family kidnapped, so I kill all your family or you kill this guy. So you're gonna have to poison him like very slowly, but like
See, but that's like no. People get paid way too much to be like, all right, bet let me take this bribe. Like hell no. I think it's 10 times harder to poison somebody. Cause like think of
than
like
shooting them.
yeah,
I
because
don't
like think
so.
about it this way, like look at all the guns that are available.
But you're talking about England. You're comparing apples to oranges.
It's not like that in England.
No.
Oh, I just assume
No. England doesn't have as many like
civilians, armed civilians.
armed civilians. Yeah, so it's way harder to get a gun, like a legal gun,
Yeah.
and especially like one of those like high technical guns or snipers that we able to like kill somebody from like a mile distance.
Yeah.
So I don't think it will be that easier. Especially
Alright,
because
well,
they're actually loved. Like they're not like politicians that I hated. So
I thought JFK was loved.
yeah, but not by the right people. The CIA hated that motherfucker.
Interesting. Wait, isn't that the one that they did coke in the 80s anyways? No, Kennedy's in the 60s, right?
Coke was from the 80s, but he
But
killed in the
Kennedy's
60s.
Kennedy's
Yeah.
in the 60s. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but he was trained to dismantle and expose like all these secret societies, like the CIA, the FBI, the the DEA wasn't back then, but like all these secret societies, mainly the CIS.
Yeah.
So allegedly, the CIS.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, they were the ones that orchestrated the killing.
Yeah. Yeah.
All these Y words, hard to pronounce.
It is hard to pronounce. All right.
That was an interesting topic.
Right? It was such a good. I think the royals are so fun to talk about. Like it's just a lifestyle you don't imagine. Like you only see in movies.
But that's like being like rich as fuck. Cause like, can you
Yeah,
imagine
but
like
being
Jeff...
rich as fuck is different than being royal, for sure.
You think? Like I
Hell
feel because I feel like
yeah.
it comes to a point where you're so rich that kind of people just like invite you over.
I mean definitely,
And
but I
you
think it's
just
just
hang
different
out with
lifestyles. Like royals are old money, so that's different. Like I think of like the Rockefellers, you know.
Yeah, they're royalty at this point too.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, because I feel like honestly, if you compare like the royal family in England to the to like people like Jeff Bezos or like Elon Musk, like Elon Musk has more money than the royal family probably. So like if he wanted, he could party harder.
But I mean, yes, but you know that there's people that we don't even know about that are richer than that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Well, that's
it's
a
more
whole
like
different
old money.
category.
It's more like I think like I don't even know what we're talking about. Like where was the point? Where was the point of like?
Because you said like the royal lifestyle is different than the rich
Oh
lifestyle.
yeah. I just think it will be just different as far as like royals have certain duties and rich people can do what they want.
I mean, I guess
To a
just
point, to a
I
certain
guess just royals have to behave more. In a way.
I guess.
But
I mean,
it's
there's
not-
still scandal anyways.
Yeah.
And like they be like scandals over like just normal shit. Like remember when Barack Obama's daughter got photographs like smoking a joint or something like that? And people were like, oh my god.
Yeah,
Like,
but
leave her
he
alone.
had.
Like, she's like 17.
Yeah, but he has wild kids because it was crazy. Because back in the day, like one of them was like partying hard, and the other one was like working a job in like a normal place, like I don't know, like a Starbucks or something like that, while she was going to college. And it was like,
Mm-hmm.
hold the fuck on, like you're working at a Starbucks and your dad is like the president of the U.S. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, but he has even said, like, yeah, my kids have regular jobs because they're still regular people.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but like
But that's
it's
what I'm saying.
bananas.
Like, it would be like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just like, the media just makes it so dramatic.
Yeah, but like at this point, who fucking believes the media anymore? You know? Like I feel like
To a certain degree, yeah.
people believe more YouTubers more than they believe the media.
Influencers.
Yeah, influencers.
Oh, yeah. If you're talking about, like, mainstream media, like, things like that, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Regular media is dead though. Like they're only a name holder at this point, but like they have no credibility. Like very few.
That's actually
people.
true. But that's why I feel like that's why we like influencers and things like that, because it just
Feels more real.
it feels more real. Like,
But
it's not as orchestrated, because like you, like, obviously you have like a script, or whatever you're reading, you have a list of the points that you want to make, but like it's so orchestrated. Like, it's gonna sound hypocritical, because like I was gonna say, the lights, the setup, it's like we do have a light in the setup, but it's not like this is by two people, and whenever it's like a huge production, yeah, it's dope, but I feel like like too many cooks in the kitchen, like it just loses its authenticity.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
And I mean, at this point, you cannot say that the media is not influenced by like outside forces. You know, like the media has been bought in. Like, have you seen the Sinclair report? Or like the Sinclair script? That shit is why you've never seen that shit. Oh my god, I gotta show you that shit. You don't like turn on the Xbox. You gotta see it on the big screen, because that shit is fucking crazy. Like you've never seen that shit. Let me show you and let me have your reaction live.
Got it,
That shit shook me to the bone.
To the core.
Yeah, when I saw it the first time, I was like, "There's no fucking way." And then people came out and they're still like talking about it. Let me just show you the whole thing. I'll put the link of this video for the people who hasn't watched it. If I remember correctly, it's called the Sinclair script.
Is it the one with the news station where they always say the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I saw it on TikTok.
But have you seen the
Have
whole
you
thing?
downloaded TikTok? No, I have not seen the whole thing.
Let me show you the whole thing. No, I haven't.
Why have you not downloaded
I mean,
TikTok?
I don't even get an Instagram, so.
You literally, that's a lie. How many videos have you sent me?
I send you 20 on a day and I don't send you anything for the next 20, 30 days.
I'm gonna pull up receipts, because that's a lie.
What up, son?
That is literally a lie.
I've been sending you fire memes and fire videos.
Okay, so you are on your phone.
Not as much. The fuck?
Look at this shit. I just want y'all to see that shit.
They all from the same day?
Look at that. Wednesday. Saturday.
And that's it?
Nope. All of these are from
The same day?
Wednesday.
What's up?
Hold on. And then these. Fuck, I don't know where May 7th was. May 4th.
I don't see that many.
April 20th.
Son.
Is this the one that you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Well, hold on. Let's put it on the big screen so people can watch it. Well, not watch it, but like, give me your honest opinion.
Get the live reaction.
Yeah. Is it
Sinclair. N-A-C.
Yeah, hold up. I mean, it's hard to no.
The Sinclair Chicago?
No. Sinclair script. There we go. Like, it's 2 minutes of this one.
Hi, I'm Fox San Antonio's Jessica Headley. And I'm Ryan Wolf. Our greatest responsibility is to serve our Treasure Valley communities, the El Paso, Los Fresnos communities, Eastern Iowa communities, Mid-Michigan communities. We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces. But we are concerned about plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets
outlets publicly saying fake stories without checking facts first. The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media.
Are these different news channels?
Yes, every
So,
single little square is different, and look how they change, because they cannot fit on the screen.
so Sinclair is a company that owns all of them.
Yes.
Okay.
And they give the same script to all these local news outlets.
Oh.
To our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is
Okay, so it's by
to our democracy.
is run by Democrats.
Dangerous to our democracy.
That was just like a private company that owns all these news channels.
Yeah, but they could be left or right.
Yeah,
Extremely dangerous.
Fox is right. It's right as fuck.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy. This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy. This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Wait, so what else?
That is
What's
fucking
which one is left
crazy.
and which one is right?
Doesn't matter. Everybody said it.
No, I know, but I want to know because they were saying like this is an extreme danger to our democracy. So that makes me think that they're run by Democrats. That's the right,
No, that's a left.
left. Okay, so they're like.
But I mean, they
left.
had Fox News say it as well.
Is
Fox is right.
Oh, okay, that's what I was asking.
Like, how fucking crazy is
Okay,
that?
but like, you know what that makes me think? It makes me think
Like,
that people
that's the
start to get
moment-
lazy.
That's the moment people stop trusting the media, in my eyes.
I mean, for sure. Like, if these are all different local news stations, but they have the exact same script, that's what I'm talking about. Like, people are just lazy because it loses the authenticity of it. That's what I said. Like, yeah, you have like this big ass company probably earning all this millions, but at what expense? You know what I'm saying?
At the expense of our freedom.
What do you mean?
Because, like at this point, like, it's not like your left views versus your right views. It's just like a company that is profiting from whatever views. So, like, it doesn't matter if you're left or right, or if you're like straight or gay, or like whatever, all these like different views that you have, you're gonna get fed the same shit in different ways, and you're just gonna go at war with each other for the same reason, and at the top of everything is gonna be the same
The same person.
Yeah,
Just one person
just one
orchestrating it
person.
all.
Yeah, so it's not gonna
yeah.
be like left versus right, or like this ideology versus this one. It's just gonna be like one person in the middle, and then making all these two halves fight. You know what I'm saying? Like how crazy is that shit? Like
It's scary.
It's scary.
It's low-key scary.
like that shit and the Snowden's leaks, like sold it for me. Like that was the moment I was
and
like,
what?
the Snowden, like Edward Snowden, like the guy who leaked all the documents. You don't know
What
that?
documents?
About like the NSA spying on every person in America and in the world.
Who's the NSA?
The National Security Agency, I think it's called. It's like the cyber police, to put it in like easy words. And those are the ones like before, like Edward Snowden was a guy that worked in like all the NSA, and he saw that the government was spying on every single person and nobody knew about it.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, this is not right. So he just started leaking that information to the media, and it was back in the Obama administration. And then after that, they treated him as traitor because he was leaking that information. But everyone was like, why are you spying on us in the first place? Because that was illegal.
Yeah.
So like, if you send a text to like anybody, they will have access to that,
Yeah.
and they will be watching you 24/7. So that was like an invasion of privacy. And then they were lying to Congress, and that wasn't supposed to be something that they were allowed to do, but they were doing it illegally, and it was the government doing it. So they treat him as a traitor, when in reality he was just exposing the government for the shady thing that they were doing. It's fucking crazy.
I feel like every time that somebody tries to expose the government, it works to the point of like, okay, like we know like he was trying to leak some shit. You know what I'm saying? So like we know about it, but nothing really gets done for it.
I mean, the thing is, like, nobody knew about it until he leaked that information.
Right, like obviously you don't know until the information is out there for the world to see. It's always like that one person that wants to leak it, and like even though they do leak it, I don't feel like anything changes. Like they're still gonna be doing their shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, apparently it got changed, and then the thing was that it wasn't just spying on everyday citizens, but it was spying on officials, on like people with power. So like all these billionaires were going to monitor, politicians, presidents of different countries. Like there was a shit show globally. Like they were spying on like European presidents and prime ministers and all this shit.
Maybe they just wanted to be nosy. I mean, just because they can, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, oh shit, yeah, let me
Nah.
look at this royal's life real quick.
No, at that high of the food chain, like no, they were doing that shit for like political reasons.
Spying?
Yeah, 1,000%. They were spying on people. What business do you have with like the prime minister of like Canada? Why you had to spy on him? If
So
you're in
they're like
America?
secret agents to somebody in the government.
Huh?
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like maybe they're spying on people and reporting that shit to somebody else.
Exactly. But
But for
what were
what?
you? Exactly. Why? Why are you spying on these people in the first place? That's a violation of your privacy.
Mm.
That's like if like your mom went into your room and started like checking
Yeah.
yeah, like that shit is not right. Like you gotta have a motive, not just because she wants to, you know.
Maybe they do just want to. It's gotta. I mean, it's just crazy. Like think of like why. What is the reason? What is the reason? Like what is the reason for you to?
For political power
That's what I'm saying. But like, who are they reporting this to?
to the people in power in America.
Okay, like what? Who are those people?
Those are the people.
That's what
that
I'm
nobody
saying. Like
knows
for
about.
what? Like for what? Like
For
if
power.
you-
So like
if
let's
you were
say
spying, it's just like so you can have some like blackmail.
yeah,
Oh really?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like that was gonna be my example. I was exactly gonna do that. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much as black and white as you can get. They were gonna blackmail these people into like doing whatever like they wanted because they had this shit on them.
Maybe that's what these people are doing.
Exactly.
Hmm.
It's fucking crazy. Like when I saw that, I was like, "There's no way about it."
I mean, it just
It's
like
crazy.
it just loses everything about it. It's like, what's the point of doing all those when they're all saying the exact same thing?
Because it shows that you're being controlled by just this
Oh.
one thing.
Ew, that kind of made me.
Yeah,
Oh.
you just got it.
I mean, it's just that I just got like it's just like the controlling part of like by this one person
Yeah, because
or like company or whatever.
how
it
many
is,
news
or
outlets
people.
were those? Like 30 at least.
Yeah, there were a lot of news outlets.
That's what
on
I'm
that.
saying. Like all these new outlets are independent from each other, and like they're not supposed to like they're left and right. They're just controlled by one.
But
person.
like, I feel like
Or,
everything
one
like
company.
yeah, I feel like everything big is owned by like one major like a few major companies. You know what I'm saying? Like Coca-Cola or Disney or you know whatever the fuck. And it's like even like for example Sinclair and like other media companies and things like that. They're so big that they have so many like little umbrellas and it's just like yeah, like you just know that they're controlling everything.
It is, but there's a difference between like an entertainment company and someone that can change the political and the social norms of a country. So like news, for example, like like if you say
Can influence.
yeah, they can influence. So like if you say on the news Black Lives Matter is a terrorist organization that is attacking businesses, then like people's gonna be like, oh, this is a news outlet, so BLM is bad, and if you see somebody that supports BLM, you gotta fuck them up.
Yeah.
You know? And then if you see like a product like Coca-Cola and it goes like, you know what? Coke is better than Pepsi, you're gonna be like, hey, you know what? Let me try a Coke.
Yeah.
So, you know, so like there's no real harm in that.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
But like with this it's like hold on.
Yeah.
Like this can change
These are
your lives.
humans.
Yeah.
Human stings.
That shit is wild. That's
It's a little
fun.
scary
Yeah.
to think. See, but like, I feel like that just makes it more like. I believe in the dome theory. I don't know about you.
I don't know. Explain to me.
The dome theory.
I think you told me before, but like
That's a whole different episode because I will go deep into it.
Fuck
It's
it.
late. No, it's late. It's late as fuck.
we're not gonna touch my subjects, so might as well. Because I was gonna talk about like the immigration thing.
What immigration thing?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we'll save the dome thing for like next episode. Because I'm curious now.
Yeah, the
Write it
dome
down.
theory is amazing.
Write it down because I want to hear it. I feel like you told me before, but I want to.
I think I have. I definitely have.
It sounds familiar, but I'm not 100% sure.
I think the dome theory is just amazing.
Okay, I'll be looking forward to that. But I was gonna talk about. I don't know if you like saw the news that there was like this huge caravan of immigrants on the southern border crossing to America.
Yeah, I saw that they all just raided.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all said, let's fucking do it. Honestly, like, good for them, like, as far as, like, humanitarian, like, you know, like, if we all band together, like, let's just fucking go, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, they had the cops there, and they're like, all right, what are we gonna do? Like, everybody's, like, stomping us, you know?
But, like, why good for them?
Because, like, they wanted, like, you know, like, there's so many of them. Like, I think about it, like, in a mob mentality. Like, if somebody runs, everybody's gonna start running.
But do you think that they coming the way they did in such a large numbers is a good thing for the country?
No. I'm not saying, like, it was good or bad for the country or for, like, them individually. I'm just saying, like, I'm thinking more of, like, the human aspect of it.
What part of it? Like, what human part of it?
Like, if one runs, we all run. And, like, they were they were able to get through.
But I feel like that's one of the worst examples, because there's a lot of repercussions of that happening.
Like, as far as, like, labeling people and things like that? Or?
Not even just, like, politically, economically, socially in this country. Like, I can tell you from my perspective as immigrant that the fact that we have a control over how many people can become legally and can come through the country, it's a good thing. Because if they were, like, the reason why you run away from your country is because you want a better life. But if you let, like, millions of people from these bad places come in at once, then they're gonna bring the bad things that they were running from to this place.
What does that low-key sound like what Trump said?
I mean, because that's what he said. But that's what I'm saying. Because the way that immigration works was that, okay, we're gonna evaluate you as a citizen. So we're gonna make sure that you, as a person from another country, has something to offer to this country.
Right.
So if you wanna be in our country, you gotta play by our rules.
Right.
So that's what, like, you gotta go through this immigration process. So by all these people breaking the first law, which is, like, enter legally, and then entering in such a violent way, then they were bringing the violence literally through the front door.
I mean, some people just don't know what else to do. Like, some people are just that desperate to leave their country for whatever reason, whether that's safety, money, food, scarcity, whatever it may be. I think some people are just like, all right, like, this is it. Like, it's either now or never. And it's like, not everybody can come legally. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But the fact that so many people did it in such a public way, in such an aggressive way, to me, it seems that they're going to bring violence with them.
Was it violent or something?
Yeah, because, I mean, the fact that it was, like you say, it was a mob mentality.
Yeah,
they just
it was
ran
a
through
mob.
it, and they did not respect the border patrol, the police that was there to control the crowd, and they just literally pushed them to the side and, like, ran into the border. So that was an act of violence.
I mean, but, like, at the same time, it's like, okay, but, like, if these people are already going, they're obviously gonna, like, after this is over, some, like, serious repercussions will come as far as, like, all right, but, like, they're gonna have more security, or they're gonna do something crazy, or some other type of control, right? So it's like, when is the next chance that you're gonna get it? You gotta take opportunities don't come often, so, like, maybe like that's another way of thinking about it. Like, this was their last resort. Or, like, if this is now or never, it's just like, let's fucking go. Like, and I mean, like, it obviously, like, everybody's, like, coming to a different country for their own reasons. But if you're there at the border already, like, think about it, like, if you were there, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm there and, like, oof, you know what I'm thinking? Like, the Berlin Wall, things like that. Like, you either take it or you don't.
Oh, that's an interesting perspective.
Yeah, like, think about it. They had a whole ass wall just dividing the fucking country, you know? And it's just like, people climbed it illegally. Like, people got killed, murdered, all that shit, you know? So it's like, it's definitely not, like, ideal. But when you're there, honestly, I'll probably do it too. Like, because of, specifically, of mob mentality. Like, and then I think about it, like, in the safety ways. Like, people are gonna get trampled.
Yeah.
So it's also, I think at that point, I think it's about surviving. I think survival instincts will come up, and it's like, all right, bet, like, were you either running this way or that way, or you're getting out of the way, you know? But if mostly everybody's running this way,
you're gonna run with them.
I'm probably gonna run with them.
But I feel like that opens the idea that if it happened once, it can happen again. So they're gonna be more big crowds coming in and be like, okay, if they were able to do it, we can do it too.
Yeah.
So now it depends on the government to be able to say, okay, you know what, like, this shit, there's no need to happen. Like, at the end of the day,
They're protecting.
they're protecting
Yeah,
their own
yeah, yeah,
interest
yeah.
because I mean, before you can protect somebody else's or somebody else, you gotta protect yourself and
Right.
your own people. So I mean, it's gonna sound bad, especially like me saying as an immigrant, but I mean, we went through a process, you know,
Yeah.
that we became citizens through a process, and we proved to the country that we can bring something to the table.
Yeah, but people are not always as educated to do that or as lucky to do that, or they just don't. For whatever reason, they cannot, you know? Like, and I'm saying it's right or wrong. It's just shit. Different circumstances, man.
Yeah, but you gotta look for yourself before you can look for somebody else. So like,
Okay, but this country can't even take care of themselves, so.
no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, why are you gonna allow people from other countries? Because like that wasn't.
Because they allow kids
No.
to be killed.
Why not? But
They,
that's
they do allow
they
it.
do.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, hold up, because I was gonna say, have you looked that they're giving all these immigrants all this aid?
I mean, but have you also not heard that they're like doing like concentration like camps and like they're like the people that are detained there are literally like raped and murdered and tortured and shit like that. So it's just like it's just hypocritical by the government, by like all the workers that are there. You haven't heard about that? How like all
the
these
Hispanic community?
yeah, like all the not the all the border patrol centers. Like some of them are like known to be, like a camp concentrate like a concentration camp like thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it is. The most thing that it has like made the most noise is like that they're raping kids.
I
Like,
never heard that.
fuck yeah, look that shit up. So it's just like, you know, like it is what it is and it ain't what it ain't.
Okay, well that's an interesting point because like like at least from my perspective, I've only seen that they're allowing all this craziness to happen and they're giving money to these immigrants and like all this aid. And like you said, we cannot even take care of our own people. So before we are able to bring all these people that need help, we need to have safer schools. We gotta take care of all the mental ill people.
Yeah.
We gotta stop like getting our asses in like different problems like military wise. So I've never seen what you said. So I feel like
I mean, I just feel like it's a very like it's both face of the coin. You know what I'm saying? Like
two sides of the same
two
coin.
side two yeah. So I think that it has like one good thing, like for example, like you're saying that they're doing all this aid and they're giving all these people money and resources and things like that. Okay, cool, that's happening. But then they're also raping and killing children and their mothers and they're separating families in the camps. You know what I'm saying? So it's
I've
like
seen that they
one-
separated families, but I haven't seen anything about rape and murder.
Yeah, like all like there was a lot of reports like from the women saying like yeah, like we know like when the guards come, like it's, you know, scary time for us and things like that. So
Okay, that'd be interesting to see. Like, send me the video so I can put them to the description
Yeah.
so more people can watch it. Because I mean, I feel like that's one side of the story that never gets told.
yeah, I mean it's just I feel like one thing cannot exist without the other, and that's a sad thing to say.
It is a sad thing.
Because
it's
but at
true.
the same time, it's like the own government, or I don't know, maybe it's not even the government, maybe the fucking company or whatever it is out there that's controlling all this shit. It's like doing good but also doing bad. Like think about like the coke thing in the 80s. Like the United States was bringing drugs to their own people and they were funding it. So it's just like, okay,
still
cool,
do.
like yeah, and they still do. So it's like, okay,
Fentanyl.
you're funding something else or like somebody else or like your own pocket or whatever, but then you're also like contributing to the economy. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know,
So will you be in favor of like all these people staying?
I'm not in favor nor against, you know, because I just don't think that I have the fucking credentials to know anything about that. But I think because the world is such a mess and so divided, like not even just like countries itself, but like the world, you know, like all these nuclear wars and things like that. It's just like,
There's not a nuclear war going on.
or whatever, you know, like you know how there's like they always say how like
We're close to one.
Yeah.
But we're not there yet.
but
Thank
like
God.
but that there are like nuclear bombs that are like a ridiculous, like why do they even exist type thing.
Yeah.
So I think that just I don't know, like I'm thinking about it in a human perspective, it's like a regular schmegular human, like they're just trying to make it. So it's just like I'm not against or for them staying. It's just like Josh, whatever gets everybody by, honestly, because there's always gonna be immigration wars and this that, and the other, but like at the same time, like we're running from something, so
Yeah, it's just a hard thing to get around for. Because I mean, on one side, I understand why they're coming to the U.S. But on the other side, I'm like, the way you came is just too aggressive, and I feel like it's gonna do a lot of harm to the
yeah.
country. Because I know that not always the most educated or with a good background people come here like that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like at some point that's gonna like increase violence and increase like all this hatred to like the Hispanic community because they're they're not sending the best. You know, like some people are good, but not all of them. And I feel like those very few that are bad are gonna make it worse
But
for
what makes you
everybody
think
else.
that those people are bad when they're just trying to make it? Like, did you see the video? A lot of
Okay,
them were
yeah,
like
yeah.
kids and like moms
Okay,
and
but
things like
yeah,
that.
yeah, but like you also saw men.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of men.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like, and I feel like this is a problem with like people. It's just that they see all these problems to all these like rose-colored glasses. But you gotta think of the good, but you also gotta think of the worst of the worst.
Right.
So like, if I were like, let's say for example, a cartel member, and I'm trying to like make my way in the U.S. because I don't know, I can make more money, or because I'm running away from a cartel or like shit like that. But I already have a violent past. Like if I beheaded a motherfucker, then now I'm in the country, and now because of the way my brain is wired, like I have this violence in me that I gotta get out somehow.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna start a gang, and I want to start this violence in this country now because I was violent in my country.
I mean, but do you think that that's like a large percentage of
That's
people
what
that are
no,
coming
no,
through?
that's what I'm saying. It's a minority, but because of this small minority, is gonna make all the community be like, okay, like all these illegal people that just came through, like one bad apple can make all the bad.
I was just thinking that. Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
But like, I think it's like,
because if I were one of those people, I'd be like, this is my opportunity to cross.
yeah.
You know, because like it's chaos.
But same thing with that's their opportunity to cross, and they're crossing for maybe a bad reason, which is getting away from. I don't know. Maybe he's getting beheaded himself. You know, like he's trying to get away from that. Cool. I mean,
No, and I'm
again,
not, and I'm
survival.
Not talking, yeah,
Survival
and I'm
kicks
not talking,
in.
I'm not talking about bad about the people that is running from a real problem. I'm talking about the people that are bringing the violence with them.
I mean, it's like you said. If you think that it's a small batch of this, like, unfortunately, there's gonna be a run in the litter. Like, no matter what, like whether it's a small group or a large group, there's gonna be runts. There's gonna be cockroaches. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that those people will figure it out here, just as well as the people that are coming for good reasons. But like, I feel like if I'm not saying that like people are like good or bad when it comes to that shit, but it's just like whatever you put out, you get in. So if you are gonna have that type of mentality and violence like in you, like you're probably gonna continue that because that's all you know. But then luck isn't forever, so you're either gonna end up dead or locked up.
Yeah, but if you think that enough bad people come in, eventually the bad are gonna be more, and they're gonna influence the younger generations.
I don't think it's gonna. I feel like it's worse when it's like a serial killer. You know what I'm saying? Like oh shit, we have a fucking serial killer on the loose, and it's like that's a little bit more like alright, but like it's a fucking serial killer.
But that's the thing, though. I feel like a serial killer is not as serious as a person from an organized crime, because think about it. How many people like Ted Bundy killed?
A lot.
50? 70?
A lot. I don't know.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like, if you pull numbers, like let's say 80 on the or like 100 in the worst case scenario,
Mm-hmm.
that's just one serial killer.
Mm-hmm.
There are not that many like him in the U.S.
Right.
And if you look at like cartel members, there are people that have like 20, 30, 50 people under the belt, because they get they kill in execution style, or they kidnap somebody and they have to kill him. So like it's people that is more violent and are more used to killing people.
I mean, they're gangs here too.
So
That
I
be on
know.
that shit too. So it's just like maybe they'll find a new gang here, you know. But I feel like those people will probably stay within that. You know.
But you don't you think that if more violent people come to those already violent areas, they're just gonna expand? Because I feel like there's a problem that has been happening in like places like Chicago, like some parts of Atlanta.
I mean, I think that people kind of rotate, and that's and the way I think they rotate is they either get out of that lifestyle, which is very hard, or they end up dead, or they end up locked up. And those people that end up dead or locked up, get replaced by new people. So it's just like a cycle.
But it's a cycle that repeats itself and it becomes bigger. Because I mean, if you look like a history of places like Mexico, there was violence in the 80s and 90s.
Mm-hmm.
But then what happened with time? It just expanded. It just became more violent. And if you see like the beginning of the new millennium, like 2000s,
Yeah.
you see all these like horrible violence just exploded. Like you went from like watching a person getting killed to somebody getting cut to pieces alive.
Yeah, for real.
So like violence becomes more violent with time if you let it grow. That's what I'm saying.
I see what you're saying. I like how you said that. Violence becomes more violent. I like that. I mean,
That's my fear with all these illegal people coming in, the way they did it. Like I'm not like, if there was a way for them to bet it so they can separate the good apples from the bad apples,
yeah.
that would be fucking ideal. Because I mean, I'm in favor of like that people. If they're legit looking for a better life and they're running away from the problem, then I'm all for it.
I mean, realistically, where do you think that those people will end up? Killing
Right.
people? Like innocents? I don't think people
I feel
kill
like-
innocents
Not innocent.
like that, like as far as like Jeffrey Dahmer type shit, like psychotic type shit. People kill other people for reasons, whether that's drug related shit, sex related shit, you owe people money, I don't know whatever. People, I feel like, unless you truly are a fucking psychopath, you're just like, I do this for fun, I think it's very hard to unalive somebody.
And I feel like that's another difference between you and me, that I've researched this topic a little more,
Yeah.
and I know for a fact that there's people that at some point they just enjoy killing people, and that's the people that you want to have away from it, from like, that's the people you run away from in your
Yeah.
country. So the fact that they might have slipped through the cracks, and that's a little scary.
It's a little scary, but just like there's bad people here, there's bad people everywhere. It's just like I said, I feel like it's just kind of like a rotation of people in the world, like whether they're bad or good. Like it's just, it is all gonna intertwine at some point.
True. Don't be violent, motherfuckers. Love each other. Boy. That is
We already
bad.
have enough deaths in the world.
For real. We already have too much violence. What was that Black Eyed Peas song? Instead of spreading love, we're spreading animosity.
Something like that. We talking about Words of Love?
Yeah.
I don't remember the lyrics. I mean, I do like the lyrics, but
That's such a good underrated song, I think.
that's a bop.
I mean, it is, but like,
It's a huge bop.
but nobody knows it nowadays. Like, by today's standards and all those fucks. Like, somebody that is...
Uneducated people, especially Words of Love.
Yeah, exactly. That's the song.
Yeah.
And I feel like nowadays, if it's more than a year old, like, that becomes old content.
I feel like Where Is the Love reminds me of like is the equivalent of Imagine All the People. That is like in that caliber.
It really is. It could be, but it's not.
If the Black Eyed Peas were as known as like Elton John, that's also John, right? Yeah.
No.
No.
That's John Lennon. Elton John is the guy that the gay guy that sings I'm trying to think of a song that you know. Piano Man.
Okay, yeah. Okay, well, not him.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I think if they were as known like that, it would have been in that type of caliber, kind of like Waka Waka. Or no, what is that? That was the one before Waka Waka.
No, that was the first.
No, that was the first one. Yeah.
That became
it-
iconic.
even though it's not about world peace.
It's about coming together.
Yeah.
I like that song.
That's such a bop too.
It really is. But that's what I'm
But
saying.
that
like,
one is iconic. Like that one is like everybody knows that song.
do they now?
Who yes,
I don't think that.
it was
at
a
least not
football
in the
match.
US. Yeah.
Absolutely, it was a FIFA. Like they,
No, bitch, it was a World Cup.
it's in the FIFA World Cup.
No. The different. I mean, the FIFA organizes the World Cup, but
Okay,
the
then
World
there you
Cup,
go.
but the World Cup is different.
Well, that's what I meant. It was a World Cup. Like it was the official song of the World Cup. Every single body in the world knows that song.
I don't think they know. I feel like nowadays, because it's such an old song nowadays.
Yeah, but like, it was the World Cup, like world.
But that's what I just said with the Where's the Love song, like.
Yeah, but
Because it's been
it wasn't
some-
unknown. It wasn't as known like Shakira. Everybody knows who Shakira is.
I feel like if you say
Shakira-
Shakira right now, they will say all the song that became very
Shakira
mainstream.
is Michael Jackson status as far as being famous in the world. Because we've had this conversation a couple of times. I
Yeah.
think she's up there.
She's at most on the John Lennon status.
I don't
She's
think
still
so.
not touching them. Nobody has touched
I don't
the
think so.
MJ status yet.
I don't think nobody has touched Michael Jackson status yet either. But I think she is like, okay,
She
you
might
know
be-
who Michael Jackson is, you know who Shakira is.
I don't know.
What the hell are you drinking?
Water?
Oh, okay.
The fuck?
I was like, what the fuck?
It's a big glass of whiskey.
Yeah, I was like,
I just had one beer. Modelo. Sponsor us, motherfuckers. We would love to have Modelo here every day.
I had a michelada because I don't drink beer. But I drink a michelada.
I know how to make bomb ass micheladas.
Do you?
I do.
Yeah, that make me one.
I got you. I could be a bartender.
It's fun. It's stressful, but it's fun.
I'm trying to get that. I mean, it's already stressful to work in the restaurant industry.
Yeah, that's true.
And I feel you gotta have a character for it. Some people work
You
there
can make a little character for yourself.
some people work there that shouldn't work there. But
All right.
let's wrap it
It's
up,
about,
son.
about to be a minute before this.
Okay. Just cut it so we
Yeah.
can.
Thank you so much for watching. Cheers, episode 7. We will see you on the next one. Comment down below. Have a conversation. Be nice to each other. Don't do anything crazy. Be safe in this crazy world.
Pop a rail.
Cheers.
Cheers. With plastic today.
We're not drinking today. You know what? We don't gotta drink every day.
I know, but I like to drink.
You know what? Same.